Ahoy, shipmates! Sneaking onto our screens behind the Ro-Ros. It's P&O Ventura. Slightly late departure. Was due to depart at it was. I think it was 4:30. And a little bit delayed coming from the other end of the port down at the Mayflower Park end. Having to go past Queen Mary 2, who's in port at the moment, slightly broken. Well, actually broken last week and been repaired, ready for a new cruising destination this week, from what I gather. In fact, if you were keen to take a cruise, from my understanding is you can get a cruise on Queen Mary 2 for 5 nights at the moment for £199 for an inside cabin and £299 for a cabin with a balcony. Pretty good. Destination is Liverpool. I think that's a pretty good deal, isn't it? Once, currently hiding behind grain towers there. Ventura leaving at 4:30 and then Iona at 6 o'clock. They show our screens now. Have to do a little tweak on something a second. There we go. Apologies for the short blackout. Had a little tweak something. It's a lovely sunny day here in the port of Southampton at the moment. Plenty of shipmates on the deck there, isn't there? It's a little breezy. It started off this morning absolutely wonderfully. I came in on Iona this morning, and it was very, very still and flat out there. Hardly a ripple. In fact, it was so still I could hear church bells from. I'm not entirely sure where I could hear church bells from. I could hear church bells. I thought it was quite amazing. Lovely little sunrise as well. Wonderful. Very smooth sailing in this morning. One of the red funnels there, making its way back to the ferry terminal in Port of Southampton. See any waivers at the moment. I don't have any information on passenger numbers either. But if we go and have a look at the wind speed in a moment, you'll find that it's actually pretty windy in port. You can see the flags on the top of the vessel there. Very stiff in the breeze. Yeah, you can see that. There you go, fluttering away. That's the P&O flag and the red ensign. Lots of shipmates milling around there, enjoying a lovely sunset departure. See over in Netley, it will be on Netley count at the moment. That's just goes to show you what the wind is like in port at the moment. There's a chap there on his foiling surfboard with a kite. It's very ambitious. Takes more skills than I've got, that's for sure. That's about as far as we can follow Ventura until she disappears behind Iona. Have a great view from one of the rear bars on Iona as Ventura passes. I wholeheartedly recommend that. Get itching cam to follow. Itching cam's being very slow. Gosh. Nope, that's gone far too far away. Itching cam's got a mind of its own this afternoon. Been away for a week, and I think the cameras somewhat miss me when I'm away. I think they get a little upset and grumpy. Right, plenty of chat mates in the chat. Oh, there are... oh, I can't pronounce your name now. Says, watched the owner come in from cow shop. Beautiful sunrise. Yes, there, here we go. See, as I was saying, it was rather pretty this morning. Pretty and calm, and not too cold. The current... pretty sure the weather is a little bit windy at the moment. Yes, so we've got gusts. Wind speed of 16 knots, gusting to well, about the same. So yeah, it's making the camera wobble around. There we go, there's Ventura on the itching cam there. Making way down south of water, just past the Netley buoy. I'm not sure which buoy it is. The buoy where the speed limit is. So she'll be opening up the taps, getting probably up to somewhere around 12 knots down Southampton water, and Iona will be departing in about 40 minutes time, so should have a reasonable coverage of both ships this evening. Let's see if we can get almost a seamless coverage. As you can see, the Metdicans wobbling around. It really picks up the wind. Depends on the direction. What was the direction of the wind? Let's have a look. Direction of the wind is southeast. Oh, that's unusual. It's southwesterly or southeasterly. It's probably hitting the camera's side on. That's not the camera's best side. With a Liz H. Says, how did you enjoy my cruise liner? Very good, shipmates. Very good indeed. We had an excellent time. Many visits to the buffet. In fact, I took the Solent Ships YouTube channel's buffet correspondent with me. He gave a little in-depth review of the buffet. Well, I should be putting that on the channel shortly. He was very impressed with the quantity and quality. Well, there, Martin Coles. Did you enjoy your trip? Yes, did, shipmate. It was very good. Excellent spell. Tim Ellis is saying we don't have the numbers. We don't have the numbers. I can tell you, though, last Saturday when I went, it was full. I suspect it's probably full again. Ventura. So I'm not quite sure Ventura's off to, but I think it was, yes, Bay Blue, excellent spanner, Bay Blue. There's, so yeah, 7 night cruise to Spain, Portugal, via Vigo, Lisbon, and Porto and Cherbourg. I thought it was one of those cruises heading south, probably into the good weather. I hear that there has been some exceptionally good weather in the Spanish area, so I wonder if that's made its way across to the Portugal coast and along that side. I can report to that. In Norway, one day we had a high of 1 degree C with a wind chill factor of -8. It was frankly a little unpleasant, but not too bad. We managed to jump into the hot tub when we got back on board, which helped warm us up. Here we go. Here's Iona imports, and Ventura's actually blocking all of the view there, so we'll come back to that shortly. moving the cameras, getting them all sorted. Oh, with it, Ellie Burley. Oh, this is about the channel membership. Yeah, so I've run into a little a snafu with YouTube. I live streamed from departing one of the ports in Norway. I think it was Haugesund. Not sure which port it was. And there was music playing in the background. I didn't think it would be loud enough to cause a problem with YouTube, but YouTube decided that there was too much music being played, and I got a copyright strike for music, so I need to do something about that. So, but their tech support's a bit slow, a bit unresponsive. It'll probably take a few days to get back on that one. So, nothing to worry about. Shipbase, just one of the usual YouTube problems. I didn't think the music would be loud enough to be picked up, if I was honest, but it apparently was. With their William Abs, it says, "Can we hear the horn?" No, unfortunately not, Jim. I don't have any. Actually, yes. Well, actually, no, I say that on Itching Cam. But Iona is actually quite quiet, and with the wind direction as it is at the moment, I don't suspect you'll hear it. We did have a foggy day as we travelled across the North Sea, and I went right up onto the top near the foghorn and recorded that. My word, is it loud in person when you're standing 6 feet from it? Should be some sort of health warning. Certainly made me jump as well, even though I knew it was coming. Good job I wasn't holding a rum in my hand, otherwise I'd have thrown it all over the floor. And there we go, we just about got Ventura coming through on the right hand side of the screen here. And that's the bow of Iona in front of us from the ocean terminal. And right in the very distance is the HMM Nuri, a large container ship who just departed before these two ships. Possibly why Ventura is a little late, allowing the space between the two vessels. Probably the container ship won't travel as fast as Ventura. It's going to be a lovely day for a sail away on Iona today. We'll be travelling down Southampton water on what I'd recommend on any of the bars on the stern of the vessel. I'll have a lovely view of the sunset over the cranes of the container terminal. Quite a few pleasure craft out today. I see lots of small craft whizzing around, and I see lots of foil surfing and yachts. I think the good breezy wind is helping there. That is the Fawley refinery to the right. And when it's producing oil and different various fuel grades, there's often a lot of flames coming out. There we go. You can see the flag on the bow of Iona there having a good flutter in the wind. I'd say that they're pretty good. It's all gone limp now, isn't it? Probably being slightly sheltered. No. But you can see which direction it is flying. Pretty much southeast wind. So yes, it might well be a tiny bit sheltered in port. Ideal to be sat on the stern of Iona, I would say. Well, William Apps said he thought that closed. I think if you're talking about Fawley Power Station, that has indeed closed, but Fawley Refinery is still open. Largest refinery in Europe. Well, Vanessa Wells, lovely to hear your commentary today. Well, thanks, shipmate. Now we can see the HMM Nuri in the distance there. Visibility is not brilliant today, is it? It's a little bit hazy. It was very hazy this morning. Or hazy, misty. Not sure of the correct vernacular term for the condition of the weather this morning, but it was not particularly clear. Often those sorts of conditions will lend themselves to really lovely sunrises. See, there's all sorts of watercraft whizzing around out there today. Trying to get some coverage here on Itchingham, but Itchingham seems to be a little tardy today. Almost feels like it's been overworked and wants some time off. Probably wants to go on a cruise somewhere. Should take it travelling. There we go. That's from Netticam, and this is from Itchingham. There we go. You can see all the yachts and small sailing boats on Southampton water. Current departure time for Iona is 6 o'clock, and I don't see why that won't be happening. Oh, there, Naughty Adventures. Hope I enjoyed the voyage. Yes, I did, shipmates. We had a wonderful time in the, if I'm being totally honest, slightly chilly Norwegian fjords. Apparently people on the sailing the previous week had some really sunny days, and in fact one of the shipmates suddenly got a bit sunburnt. That's we were far from getting sunburnt. Well, there, Kay Godsafe says struggling to find you. If you click on about for the channel, then it says this is a contact section. You can click on that. So, but it's captain@ahoyshipmate.com. With their big bad stakes, as will I be covering Avia and Regal Princess tomorrow evening? Well, we'll follow the ships going out. I won't be doing a commentary. I will be on the water myself in a slight different part of the south coast. I should be down in Poole, enjoying what's supposedly forecast a sunny day out on the water. It's been very wet in this part of the world for what seems like a long time. Very little. Well, look at that chap there on his foiling. So this little foiling yacht, it's actually, you can see it looks like he's floating. Looks like something out of Star Wars, doesn't it? Doesn't look like he's at, there you go. You can see the foils there now from the side. They'll go quite fast. Speeds of 30, 40 knots. They need the right conditions. You need, as you can see out there, the sea state is very good. It's not many large waves, and then they need a decent breeze. So when the conditions are good, which today will be probably right in their sweet spot. So we've got, yeah, like 15, 16 knot winds. Yeah, they need somewhere decently over 10 knots. You can see him on this camera. No, you can't see him on this camera. And then, yeah, that's what they need. Decent breeze, and they'll whiz around like nobody's business. Quite expensive. I think, I'm not sure if these are moths. I know there is one type called a moth. They're quite expensive. Yep, you can see it's fairly calm water out there. This chap out there is really enjoying himself, whizzing around. we'll keep an eye on the door. That's normally a good chance at the well deck here. If you see some shipmates there, normally means the vessel will depart on time. Iona, of course, back to the fields. Oh, the early birdie says that the doorbell rings. Make her flinch, sound like a doorbell. It's very good, isn't it? It makes me jump as well. I must turn that off at the moment. Quite sure it's not coming up. It should come up with the name of the shipmate who's subscribed on board, but seems to be not working. I have changed some things on the software, and like always, whenever you software upgrade, something works and something doesn't work. Well, probably like one thing works and two things don't work. Ventura's approaching the SO terminal down Southampton water here. Departed from a bit further up in 106 berth, and there's Queen Mary 2, which is unusually in port at the moment due to a technical problem. We're off on a cheap cruise next week, and then Iona's here, ready to depart shortly. Just having a quick check on Iona, see if there's anything going on there. Probably a little early, about half an hour to go. Just trying to get the itching cab to obey itself. It's not really working very well this afternoon. Not quite sure why. Investigate further on that. Do struggle with internet connection on some of these cameras. They do require quite a bit of bandwidth, and some of these locations don't really have it, and it makes it doubly worse when I'm broadcasting and connecting into them and trying to get a stream from them at the same time. Quick back in the chat. What's going on over here? Oh, the Liz H says they were on Ventura 10 years ago. Visited Corsica. Sounds like a great trip. Oh, there, Jim Bob says the Carnation Celebration Voyage is sold out. Oh, well, thanks for that, shipmate. I shall stop advertising that then. I can't say I'm surprised at those sorts of prices. Who wouldn't want to spend 5 nights on Queen Mary 2 for £199 for an inside cabin? Quick check back on Iona, see if any activity there. No, nothing going on there. Just these chaps whizzing around on their little foiling yachts. Oh, there's Sue Greening. It says you enjoyed the live streams from Iona. Well, thank you, Shipman. And you're on next Saturday. Looking forward to it. Well, I'm sure you'll probably have much better. I think we'd like slightly unlucky with the weather. I was tracking the weather for a while in the field, and it was getting warmer and warmer and warmer. And then the week before we went, really quite warm, and then the week we went, really quite cold. But I think it's on the improve, so I'm sure you'll have a wonderful trip. Some great scenery. I would recommend getting up early opening those curtains if you have a balcony and enjoying the fjords as they sweep past your cabin. Ventura's off on a 7-night cruise down to Spain and Portugal via the coastal cities of Vigo, Lisbon, Porto, and then Cherbourg on the way back. I'd imagine Ventura will be sailing into some warmer weather. Hopefully the crossing across the Bay of Biscay is not too lumpy. Someone was talking about cameras on the bridge. I did ask for a visit to the bridge, also the engine room, the brig, all those sorts of locations. But unfortunately, due to COVID, they don't allow anyone behind scenes, which is a bit of a shame. I was particularly keen to go and visit the engine rooms, have a look at what goes on. Such a massive ship. I didn't really notice how busy it was either. I think that's one of my takeaways from there. Everywhere I went, there was plenty of space, pretty much always somewhere to sit. Never really a terribly large queue anywhere, so it was excellent. Now, I was watching Cow's Cam earlier. Plenty of yachts over on the Solent this afternoon. Say ideal conditions for that. Yeah, we came in last night down the English Channel past Dover. It's actually quite surprising how much you could see along the coast. North Sea is absolutely chock-a-block with things. Oil rigs, ships, wind turbines. It's a navigational nightmare, the North Sea. I have to be very careful if you had reduced visibility. I don't know how people navigate without GPS and these sorts of modern luxuries. I suppose back in the day there wasn't oil rigs and wind turbines randomly scattered around, so I suppose as the waterscape has become more complicated, then our navigational equipment has become better. So there's a lot of people out enjoying the sun on Iona. Just as we've got lots of flying sailboats enjoying the conditions this evening here in Southampton water. Yeah, we still have wind gusting in the sort of 15 knot region. Does make the camera wobble a little. Ventura now reaching the end of Southampton water, just coming up on Cowshot Spit. That's this area here. That's where the lifeboat station is. There goes the lifeboat there. Then you come around the spit, go to the right, then go to the left. Be on her way. I think they're going to have a lovely departure. I tried live streaming the departure last week. I had a few practice runs, and it was okay internet bandwidth wise, but on the day there just wasn't enough on the ships. Probably so many people on the ship all at the same time. But also it started raining. My laptop isn't waterproof. Oh, Ellie Murray says, "Look, Lucky Folks looks like a lovely evening piece of water." I think it probably is. Actually, I didn't look at the temperature. What was the temperature? Temperature is 11.8 C, so that's not too bad. You might need to pop on a little sweatshirt or something. Not too antisocial. See one of the big fat oil tankers there on the right hand side of the screen, docked at the Esso terminal. Well, the Carol Finnis says, bet you wish you were back, Iona. It has crossed my mind, shipmate. Funny enough, on the first evening there, we were sat down talking to a couple. They were going out on Iona at the same time as we were, and when they got back, they had just booked in another trip on Iona, so they were not even going to leave the ship. Straight back out onto the fields again. They got a cheap deal. I think they said something like £360 a person. So I'm not entirely sure. It sounded like a great deal, and they had some time off, so they said, well, we're going to go back to the fields again. I hope they're enjoying their second trip to the fields in as many weeks. Although this time they would have slightly better weather, of course. I think I can see some promising signs on Iona. Let's have a quick look, shall we? There we go. There's a shipmate there with a red helmet on. That's a good sign. We've got Kevin 2 excellent spanners says the bunkering ship has just left. There is no other large commercial traffic out there, so it looks like Iona should be due to depart in roughly sort of 12 minutes time. Well, we'll just keep an eye on Ventura and watch these foiling cats whiz around. Look like they're having a really good time, don't they? Might have a quick scan around the decks on Iona. See if we have any potential waivers, shall we? Let's have a little look around, shall we? It's a good time now. Cruise camp would be the best one to go to. Oh, our little chap's gone in. I did have a walk all around the perimeter of the ship, right up to the front here. It's surprising how long the ship is. When you start to do a lap of the ship, does take quite some time. Luckily, if you're going around the outside, there are quite a few bars, so you can stop and have a refreshment every lap. And these balconies here on the port side are certainly in the sun, aren't they? We've got some shipmates on their balconies. Oh, I can see someone waving. Let's have a look. There we go. They're jolly couple there waving away. I think they might be. Yeah, I think they might be watching the channel. Yeah, they definitely are. Yes. Excellent. Oh, yes. Look at that. Good synchronized quality waving. Well done. Looks like they're enjoying themselves on the sunny balcony, ready to set sail. Excellent. Good job, shipmates. Oh, I almost didn't spot them. I was so far zoomed out, but the energetic waving was fairly visible. Let's have a little look else. What else we got? Anyone else waving? I do recommend a towel or something that's quite useful during the daytime. If you've got a big white towel from your ensuite, that makes it quite visible. Easy to spot at a distance. Oh, looks like we've got another waiver. Let's see if we can zoom in. Let's see, where are we? Down here. Here we go. There we go. It seems to have a good location there. Oh, he's disappeared. Oh dear. Often the problem. Check his phone again, is he? Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's not a white towel. Well, I'm not sure what that is. Looks like he's waving his shorts. I hope he's wearing some shorts. Don't want semi-nudity on the channel. I think we'll be trouble with YouTube as it is. Very good. Another excellent waiver there. Thanks, shipmate. You can see one of the 3 in little infinity pools along the side there. Excellent, good quality waving there. Still going, isn't he? I think he might have had a little bit too much sun already. He looks a little bit red in the face. It could be the camera. Or maybe there's someone inside. His wife's probably saying, "What are you doing? Waving like a mad thing out there." Are you on the screen? Yeah, there we go. Very good. He's probably tied his little arm out. Don't want to tie your arm out before the buffet, shipmate. There's a reasonable amount of activity out on the decks. Of course, if you were on the starboard side, it would be a little bit cloudy. Well, not cloudy, sorry, shady would be the... oh, hello. Looks like somebody else waving. It seems to be a new trend, waving items of clothing. Unfortunately, shipmate, you're right behind the lamppost. Shame, isn't it? Probably saying, come on, Derek, wave your hanky again. There he is. He's waving, well, not his hanky, his shirt, I think, or a red towel. He's taken on a special red towel. Just about to see your shipmates, but you are behind the lamppost. So scoot across a bit. I'll get a better view. Enjoying a lovely sunny day. Lovely sunny evening. Oh, yep, she's watching on her phone. Marvellous. Well done. Thanks for that, shipmates. Good waving. Sound a bit like hello, hello, don't they? Good morning. It's quite a lot of wavers today. It's pretty good. Let's have a little scoot along a bit further, shall we? See if we can see anyone else. Let's have a look. Anyone else down this end? I think it's probably a better technique if I leave it there for a while, then people realise it's in the right place and they'll come out on their balconies and wave. I did notice that Solent Ships' YouTube channel was not available on the television in the cabin. I think that's a bit of a undersell by P&O there. Approaching 5 minutes to. I'll go down and check the lines in a second, see what's going on down there. Well, then Mark Cheese says, who put the cabin, the Dirty Great Post in the way? Yeah, that's true. I'll have to work out which cabin that is. And if you want to wave, avoid that cabin. There's another one here. There's another lamppost. You need to avoid those. Oh, there. Namara 222, it says, me and the wife had a wonderful trip on Iona. The only downside was the entertainment. There was a singer, Vaughan something. Just awful. Apart from that, highly recommended. Oh, an awful singer. I guess you can't appeal to everyone all the time, can you? Oh, there, Craig says, feeling very depressed, but just disembarked earlier. But what a fab time. I was wishing all fellow passengers an amazing cruise. Well, there we go. Shipmate Clyde had a good time. Yeah, there is that sort of post-cruise come-down, isn't there? It's when you realise that when you go to your galley at home, you have to stock it yourself. It's not an endless buffet. Let's go back and check those bow doors, shall we? I think I can go quickly to do that. Somewhere. How can I do that? Let's try this. Click on here. There we go. Yep. Oh, we got a different shipmate now with a blue and a white helmet. Guessing the maybe more senior than the white one with the red helmet. Somebody from P&O could let me know. Keep an eye on those lines. Nothing seems to have moved just yet. But I would say it's looking good for a 4 o'clock departure. Let's see if there's any more waivers on those balconies. It's going to be tricky. Oh, I know, what's that there? Is there something there? Am I seeing something? I think I'm just seeing reflections. Yeah, it's just reflection, isn't it? Or somebody wearing... Oh, someone wearing a white t-shirt. Someone wearing a white t-shirt. That's what it is. More people waving. Oh, they're waving a pillow. I think we had someone last week waving a pillow or a cushion or something. It was, this is an unexpected trend. I suspect they're probably waving to somebody in the car park. There's a car park just opposite on the end of Town Quay here. There we go. They've got some good waving going on. Not sure. I think they may be talking to someone in the car. They're not really looking at the camera, are they? Just picked up a random cushion off the bed. It looks like all the bed cushions. So I'd say the bed cushions were very firm. Very Very enjoyable. I think you can change them out for softer ones. I didn't have the need myself. Let's have a look at anything else going on. Any more waves? Plenty of people walking around, stretching their legs, building up an appetite for the buffet later, I expect. Oh, this looks like a... Is that some flag waving going on? Could be. More. That looks more like a hand towel. Where is that then? I can't see that now. I've lost it. Could be here, I think. Let's zoom in and have a look. Oh, I think that's those ladies from earlier. Yes, it's the party ladies from earlier. We've got this pillow man on a couple of decks below. Pillow man still going. Oh, with it, Craig says it. I think he did try. What do we try? I don't know if he tried waving on the first day. Yes, the rain was rather annoying when we departed. It was not a pleasant day weather-wise, which is a shame because it looked absolutely stunning this evening. Well, do anybody says think that's her favourite subscriber sound? Yeah, it's sort of like a sort of a cartoon foghorn noise, isn't it? Yeah, I quite enjoyed that one. I don't know why it's not popping up on the screen. Like I said, there was a software update. I probably need to update something. Updates and updates. I quite enjoyed the hot tub, the infinity tubs here on the side when we were in one of the ports. I think it was Hawkston. We had a view over the sound, and the sun was coming in, and we were out of the wind. It's very pleasant. Good place to warm up. Oh, with Melissa Phillips says, hello, lovely Iona. Looking forward to seeing her again in September, but not before Arvia in June the 6th. Oh, you're packing them in this year, aren't you, shipmate? Also gutted for you with the rubbish weather and your sail away last week. Yes, I know. The sail away was... Yes, it was very unpleasant. Windy, wet. Oh, it was just all combinations of things that you just don't need. Never mind. We can't control the weather. Or if we can, should be monetizing it. Let's have a look what's going on down here. Anything going on down here? What are we looking at now? Oh, 1 minute past. Oh, let's go and check. Go and check the front, shall we? There might be some lines being taken in. Yes, I think some lines coming up, are they? I think they're happy. Yes, some lines are coming up. So we are looking for a 6 o'clock departure. It's ever so slightly late, I would say. It's 2 minutes past, but shouldn't be that late. A couple of shipmates there right on the freeboard there, looking over. The area in front of this, I think, is a crew hot tub area. There we go, there's the lines coming in. Really, you appreciate how thick these lines are till you see them in person. Very substantial. But then when you've got a 186,000 gross tons of vessel, then you need to make sure it doesn't blow away or break free from the berth. Come those lines. I think just a couple more lines by the looks of it. They will reach a point they term as singling up. So there's only just one line on the bow and stern, maybe one on the midsection. And that will just keep the ship there, and then they'll start departing. What is the wind like? I don't think the wind's too bad, is it? What's the wind like? Oh, still 16 knots, so if the wind is over 20 knots, they seem to use tugs, but I think we're in the range of acceptability here. Ahoy there, Robert Lillis. Which was my favourite port on the cruise? Oh, that's a good question, actually. Which was favourite port? I quite enjoyed all of them. Probably Alden is very small, and with the wind chill factor making it -8, probably the least desirable to walk around. I imagine when the weather's going to be quite nice. Did see some people going kayaking, and it just looked awful, frankly. Freezing. Ah, someone said zoom in on the P&O sign. Okay, let's have a look. We've got a shipmate up the P&O sign, have we? Let's have a go up here. Ding, 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 ding. P&O, P&O, P&O. I think we're over here for the P&O sign. It's a good location. I know exactly where that is. I think. Lift it up here on the top deck. It's often difficult to see. Oh, lovely seagull flying. Oh, maybe an oyster catcher. Oh, there we go. I think we got some wavers. That's where I was trying to live broadcast from last week. There we go. I'll be looking at his phone now, seeing what's going on. Oh, they're waving in the S. The S for Solent Ships. Very good. Excellent. Well done. Oh, that's very enthusiastic waving. Oh, top marks there, shipmate. Yeah, there's quite a delay. Probably a delay of about 10-15 seconds, I think. Yeah, there we go. I think they've seen themselves. Well done. Good stuff. Let's check the... Let's see how we're getting on with those lines, shall we? Still have the one line attached. Oh, there's Sophie's scenes. I'm guessing that was Sophie's scenes then on waving up the top there. Glad we got you in there, shipmate. Still have a few lines to come in. Oh, here comes the one of the lines. I imagine the other two are coming in. Yes, I think all lines are in. I think probably Iona will start moving any second now. She'll head slightly forward at first. Just enough to ease away from the quay. And then she'll pop it in reverse, slip out and do a little spin. Just putting in those last lines. Yeah, so someone was asking about my favourite port. So probably Alden. I mean, if the weather conditions are nice, I'm sure there's some lovely things to go and do there, but it didn't feel particularly tempting. Now, there, Keith Hollis, what was your favourite restaurant line? Well, unfortunately, I didn't get to visit all of them. So that was a little disappointing. I wanted to go to the Indian and the Epicurean, but they're all booked out, unfortunately. A bit of a shame. The Galley, the buffet correspondent, had a birthday. We tried to get the Epicurean for that, but no chance. But we did go to the Keel and Cow, and I thought that was very good. Had a fillet steak there. It was excellent indeed. Had to pay a slight premium over the other restaurants, but well worth it, shipmate. So I really enjoyed that one. We see here definitely some forward motion here from Iona. And she'll just probably put the bow thrusters on the stern. Have a shipmate here checking what's going on. then she'll depart off on a 7-night cruise to the fields. Well, the William app says, hopefully hear the horn. No, I must say, I don't think Iona honks a horn very often. Also, I don't think Iona's horn is very loud. Oh, with their infamous Fox says, loving the stream. Looking forward to first ever cruise in August on board Iona. Well, have a good one, shipmate. Where are you off to then, infamous Fox? By then, is Iona heading down to the Mediterranean, or is it still a field cruise? Well, I better steer some of these cameras, hadn't I suppose? Move this one over here with the Netley cam. There we go. See what we can see. Oh, still going to Njord. Combining fields and Norway. Norway in the fields. Ah, well, blimey. You'll have some long nights there. It'll be, I think it'll be light. It'll be similar today. It'll be light quite late and early in the morning. Probably a lot warmer. Hopefully a lot warmer. So you can see if I zoom in against the ocean terminal here, you can see the Iona's just nudging forward ever so. Nudging a bit further forward than I normally see, but that could be due to the weather. It is a southeasterly breeze, so perhaps she needs to come off the dock a bit more than she would normally do. I must say, boarding was a breeze last week. I went from being dropped off at the terminal to being in the crow's nest, having dropped off my bags in the cabin. Yeah, I think about 45 minutes. You can just there you go. You can just see a Ventura in the distance. How about that? That's good, isn't it? Not such good visibility today, is it? What is the visibility? I should have looked at that earlier. Visibility is... Oh, it's not listed. That's annoying. Well, that's Ventura in the background going past Cows somewhere. Might be on Cows Cam. Cows Cam shortly as Iona is departing. This is Cows and not on Cows just yet. I'll keep an eye on that if I can. We've got the red jet shooting up. That's the bell. So you can't really see it, but that area between that's on the centre of our screen now, I believe that's the crew sort of hot tub area. I'm not sure which type of crew it is. Maybe it's officers only. I wouldn't be surprised. Captain's privilege and all that. Just about see the wing bridges. Oh, there's quite a few people out on the bow, isn't there? So, a bit unusual. Don't normally see people on the bow. Hi there, Caroline Lever says 2 weeks' time will be on Ventura. Well done, shipmate. More waivers. Where's the waivers? Oh, I see some waivers. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well done, shipmate. I was looking in the wrong spot. Whereabouts are they? Oh, they're definitely waving something, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, I like that. Silhouetted against the white. Very visible. Is this more... They're waving strange things again. Is this more underwear or shorts or... I'm not sure what they're waving. Looks like he's waving his Y-fronts, frankly. Well, they're certainly giving it a wiggle. It'll take them sort of 10-15 seconds to realise that their Y-fronts are being globally transmitted. Oh, what's that a hand signal for? Is that a hand signal for a cocktail? They are. I'd hazard a guess that they're paisley wyverns. This is turning into a very strange affair now. The random items being waved on balconies. He's got a thumbs up. They are, aren't they? This is very odd. Maybe I should make Solent Ships Y-fronts. Look at the people on the balconies. Absolutely stacked, aren't they? I believe this is also a full ship this week as well. So we've got some more waving on a lower deck there. Let's have a look what's being waved here. Anything intimate or just a hand? Oh, it's just a hand. Oh, that's rather boring. I was hoping for something else, like another pillowcase or something peculiar. He's still waving? Or is he ordering a rum from the bar? There's a lot of people out on their balconies, aren't there? Yeah, he's giving it a good wave now. Well done, shipmate. We spotted you. Let's have a look. Any more? Anyone else waving? Any more wavers? Any more strange items being waved? I had the cruise monkeys on some time ago. They had massive inflatable hands. In fact, we had someone a couple of weeks ago with big inflatable foam hands, or whatever. I'm not quite sure what they were. They were very visible, very enjoyable to watch those being waved. Not sure we have any wavers along here at the moment. Lots of people on their balconies, so enjoying what is going to be quite a good departure for them. I think lovely, relatively smooth sailing. Sunset. And of course, the buffet to look forward to. Well, so we've seen, says a shout out to Joanne, Alex, I'd imagine, Val, Dave, Jimmy, and Lynn. They are top deck near the satellites. We might have a little look up there later when the ships come past. Hoy there, Beefy Dog says, going to give a shout out to his wife Laura. Had our first cruise back in November on Marella Explorer. She's now looking to plan our second cruise. Oh, well done, Keith. There you go. Where are you thinking of planning your second cruise to, shipmate? Satellite domes are over here, I believe. That might be what she's talking about. Oh, tricky to see people up there. So they have lots of glass walls to keep people out of the wind. Quite important. And there, who knows where they'll be. Look on Netlycam, we can just about see the stern of Iona reversing out of Ocean Dock. The sun is a little way from setting, and there's starting to get a bit of colour in the sky. If we have a look at the map here, you can see Iona is just about at the end of the ocean terminal. A little further to go, but already started the turn. The pilot on board will be directing the manoeuvres. You can see a good number of people enjoying the views from the balconies. Whether Andrew Fitzpatrick? I bet he says everyone's hoping enjoying their good holiday. I'm sure they are. Hi there, Kevin Slater. Hope you enjoyed your cruise. We'll be on. Sorry, 7 weeks till they're on Iona. Yes, it did, shipmate. It was rather good. Even if the weather was rather nippy. Beefy T-Dog. As his wife's booking a cruise somewhere hot. With it, Christine says she is going onto the ship soon. Our turn to wave you all. Excellent, shipmates. I hope you do that. I do recommend the white hand towel method of visibility. Unless you want to go down the strange object route, which seems to be becoming quite popular. We've had what looks like paisley underwear, pillows, cushions. I think we also had a flag from a peculiar football club, but I'm not sure it was peculiar. It was just a football club I didn't know. It was like Grimsby or something. Well, Martin Evans says it sounds like Shield Hall. Yes, it is. That's the Woot Woot from Shield Hall. Shield Hall has a variety of honking and hooting on board. Well worth a trip if you happen to be in port and you can coordinate your schedule with Shield Hall going out for one of our adventures. Oh, hello. Something going on here. This looks like the... Is this the towel or we're back to the pillow? Oh, this looks like a towel. I think we can see a towel. There we go. See, now that's a hand towel. It's quite visible. That's a good bit of waving there, shipmates. Nice rhythm. Disappearing back indoors again. Not watching it. Maybe his fine lady friend is in the cabin telling him to keep waving. I see still backing out at the moment. Lots of people on the top deck as well. Oh, with Vanessa Wells says we'll be waving 2 Union flags and a Welsh flag. Get a lot of Welsh flags being waved. They're very, very popular amongst Welsh travellers. Cruising seems to be, or they're just very jingoistic, of course. Shield Hall is in Falmouth on a refit. Oh, thanks to that, Babe Blue. I didn't know that. Boy, there, Peter Warner says going to Norway in June with sister and husband. Well, June, if you're going in June, it's going to be really light, very late, isn't it, shipmates? You're going to be that far north. You might even see the Aurora Borealis. I didn't see it. People kept telling me to look out for it, but we had, unfortunately, quite a lot of cloud cover. We did see an oil rig. Hello, is that pillow again, isn't it? We did see an oil rig flaring on our way back across the North Sea. That was quite good. So you have to be really careful when you're navigating the North Sea. It's just full of hazards. We also saw some whales. And that's whales as in the animal, not whales as in Welsh people. See some waving on the top deck there. Maybe that's people by the satellite domes. There we go. Let's have a look. Where are? Oh, there's a couple of people up there waving. Yeah, there's a good collection of shipmates on board, enjoying the view. You get a real impression of the ship turning. There we go. There's the wavers. I wonder if that's the gang that was on there earlier. I think it must be. There's more of them waving up there. Oh, a whole lot of wavers. Wavers galore. I don't think I've seen so many wavers all on the screen at the same time before. Not all of them are looking in the right direction though. Two chaps on the top seem to be looking in the right direction. Oh, we've got a cap being waved. Excellent stuff. See, Iona's almost completed her turn. She'll disappear off the screen here for a second. Might have to go to the Netley cam, and you'll see pointing more or less straight at us. She'll slowly speed up to hitting the dock head. And then increase speed to 12. Or probably a bit faster than that. See, it's still pretty gusty out there. We've got some foiling guys with their parachutes. Parachutes? I mean, kites. Very skillful indeed. Well, there, Marina Clark says lots of waivers. Yes, lots of waivers indeed. I don't think we've seen quite so many waivers on the channel before. I'm not sure if they're all part of the same group, coordinated, or just happen to be talking to each other. Not sure. That was pretty good. Oh, boy there, Alan Clyde says, what's the first port of call? A swim or a binge in the restaurants? Well, it depends how early you get on, shipmate. I think probably my tactic would be to go to a bar, grab a rum, hit a hot tub and go for a swim while it's still early in the afternoon, and then hit the fjords later. Hit the fjords? I mean, hit the restaurants. I think I said restaurants. Have a quick look on the map. We can see that Iona has now completed her spin. We'll be heading off this way down Southampton water. Once it gets to about here, it'll speed up to 12 knots or so. Hi there, James Train Ventures. Hello from on board. Well done, shipmate. Hello to you indeed. Hope you're having a good sailaway. We've got some wonderful conditions coming up. I'm quite envious of how good the weather is for you. Hope you'll enjoy it. Well, there, Barry Finch says, found I had a very short crew last year. How did I find it, Captain? I don't know quite what you mean. I can't say I found it particularly short. I thought it was reasonable. There were very few times when lots of people do something at the same time, but I think I tended to avoid that. So we moved in at different times, I think, to the majority of people. I tended to avoid those. Went to the buffet a bit later. The buffet correspondent for the channel was keen to have a bit more space so he could enjoy his trip to the buffet. Oh, there, David Sandland says 20 weeks off on their cruise on Britannia to celebrate the wife's 70th birthday. To the Canaries. I think it was the Canaries. Yes, excellent, to the Canaries. That'll be a nice one, shipmate. I'm sure it'll be pleasant and warm. Hope the Bay of Biscay is not too rough for you. Well, there, Warren Spooner says, hope you enjoyed Iona. We are off on her in 8 weeks' time. Can't come quick enough. No, I know what you mean, shipmate. You only just seem to be getting on, and the next thing you know, you're getting off. As our exit spanner Bay Blue says, the Iona is departing on the 7th night cruise to the Norwegian fjords via Stavanger, Olden, Olsund, and Haugesund. With there, James Trains Adventures. He says, "Am I right in saying you just got off?" Yes, indeed. I've just got off this morning, and we had a great trip. Although I think you've got better weather. We had, I say, some rather chilly weather, which was not very enjoyable. North Sea was foggy. Yeah, we had wind chill of -8 in, I think it was in Ålesund. Yeah, not the best weather, especially considering the week before it was lovely and sunny, and I think you're going to have some good sunny weather this week. Never mind, we can't win them all, can we? Luckily, there's plenty to do on board. With the infamous box, says 105 days for his cruise. I think, shipmate, you should sort yourself one out in between. I can see the people on the top deck are starting to depart. Maybe they're working their way around to the numerous bars located at the stern of the vessel. Or perhaps they're heading to deck 16 to the buffet. With Ed Tina's document says, on Sky Princess next Saturday. Hope you'll be live so I can have a wave. Yes, shipmate, we'll certainly make sure we look out for you. Definitely give us a wave. Let us know where you'll be, and we'll make sure we give you some prime attention on the channel. Patriotic Duty, shipmate, is also on Sky Princess in 2 weeks today. Norway and Iceland as well as Norway. Excellent. So I hope you have some slightly better weather. Hopefully you'll cover the departure. I would think so. A little difficult this time of year with good weather. I tend to be out on the water myself, so even if I don't give a running commentary, at least the cameras should be able to follow you out. There we go. What's going on? There's no one. Oh, there's no one in the infinity pools. It's quite surprising. Oh, hello. What's that there? What do I see before me? Another. Okay, what have we got? Well, we've got a. Looks like to me a Jolly Roger, and if I'm not mistaken, an upside down Union flag. That's okay. I like the ideas. I don't mind it's upside down. Let's see. I wonder if that's the long John Silver flag, is it? No, I'm not sure. Good effort, though. I like the flags. The flags are helpful in identifying shipmates on board. Great view from those cabins on the stern, especially departing the port of Southampton. I'm not sure that I'd want to be ones quite in the centre, because I did see some waves come over the infinity pool. So if you're on your... Although saying that's only when it's really rough, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. If it's raining and rough, then you wouldn't be on your balcony anyway, would you? Having a good old wave down there. Excellent stuff. This has got to be possibly a record-breaking waving trip. Departure. I don't know that we've had so many wavers before. Very good, shipmates. Appreciate all your efforts and bringing along the flags. Yeah, Bay Blues thinks that an upside-down Union flag is a distress signal. Probably is. Maybe the room service hasn't delivered the rum yet. That would be a distress, wouldn't it? getting quite near the dock head, I'd imagine now, soon to be picking up some speed. There's the Queen Elizabeth II terminal. That will be where Queen Mary II will be moved to shortly, as one of the spanners says, or a member of the channel. She's off on a 5-night trip around the UK due to a technical fault when she should have been off to the transatlantic passage to New York that ended up being cancelled. What a lovely evening to depart the port. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed that, shipmates. I think we've had an outstanding number of waivers this evening. I think I've ever seen quite so many waivers during one live stream. I hope you've all enjoyed that, shipmates. I'd just like to thank all the spanners for supplying lots of information that for some reason I seem to forget. Captain's getting old these days. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, do think about subscribing. It really helps the channel out. And we'll have some more live streams coming up during the week. So if you are subscribed, you'll get a notification of when we go live. Hello, see that bit of a commercial ship here. Looks like these Maersk ones. Not very many containers on that one. Thanks to all the Sea Scout supporters, subscribers, and Patreon and donators and PayPal donators. I shall keep following, shipmates, but I need to make a visit to the galley. Unfortunately, my galley's not a buffet. Till next time, shipmates.